tries.
She'll let you in her house if you come knocking late at night. She'll let you in her
Are
mind
you gonna give her a kiss?
if the words you say are right.
Oh, there's a man love there.
If you play it right.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. I just wanted to let everybody know that Joe wanted the hour-and-a-half ceremony, and Katelyn said, "No way, Jose." And they have prepared today's ceremony. And friends and family, we've gathered today to share with Katelyn and Joseph a most important moment in their lives. In the time they've been together, their love and understanding of one another has grown and matured. Today, they've decided to continue their lives as husband and wife. Marriage is one of the most important obligations that any two people commit to in their lifetime. Marriage offers the greatest challenges to overcome, but in return, marriage gives us love, strength, and support for one another. It is the couple who deserves and demonstrates unrelenting patience and faith who obtain the highest form of happiness within their marriage. You know, folks, I do my fair amount of weddings in a year's time, and this is about the time I usually have to remind my bridegroom to keep the smiles on their faces, but not today. We got beautiful smiles. Our first selection today is an excerpt from Captain Corelli's Mandolin. Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like an earthquake and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have been so entwined together that it's inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It is not the promulgation of promises of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any of us can convince ourselves we are in. Love itself is what is left over. When being in love has burned away, and this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow toward each other underground. And when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find there's one tree and not two. That's what we find here today. One tree. Not two. A good marriage is dependent upon many factors, but the first prerequisite is a strong bond of friendship and respect for one another. Your love for each other will grow with the passing of each day, but the genuine liking of each other. The willingness to accept each other's strong and weak points with understanding and respect is the foundation for a strong marriage. When two people pledge to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written word. Marriage is a promise, a potential, made in the hearts of two people who love, which takes a lifetime to fulfill. And our second presentation today, as selected, is entitled "I Promise" by Dorothy Colgan. And she writes, "I promise to give you the best of myself and to ask you no more than you can give. I promise to respect you as your own person and to realize that your interests, desires, and needs are no less important than my own. I promise to share with you my time and my attention and to bring joy, strength, and imagination into our relationship. I promise to keep myself open to you, to let you see through the window of my world into my innermost fears, feelings, secrets, and dreams. I promise to grow along with you, to be willing to face changes in order to keep our relationship alive and exciting. I promise to love you in good times and in bad, with all I have to give and all I feel inside, in the only way I know how, completely and forever." Now we've come to the questions. You're up. Now, Katelyn, you take Joseph to be your wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, so long as you both shall live. Go so far, so good, huh? You take the beautiful Katelyn to be your wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, so long as you both shall live.
I do.
Excellent. What tokens might we offer that will faithfully fulfill the vows?
You got them? Oh, you were not on the great
And I think the price tag just fell off too.
That's a candy bag.
He doesn't get a meal this afternoon.
I knew what I was getting myself into.
You put your hands at your side, don't take the rings out. The circle is a sign of perfection and peace. In these rings now is a sign of unity, in which your two lives are now joined in one unbroken circle, in which wherever you go, you shall always return to one another. And Joe, if you take Katelyn's ring, placing it on her left-hand ring finger, you want to take the left. And repeating after me, please, with this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I do wed.
It's your day, you can do anything you want. And placing Joe's ring on his left-hand ring finger, and repeating after me, please. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
You guys can do both hands. And as we stand near the ocean, may your love always be as constant and unchanging as the never-ending waves that break before us, flowing endlessly from the depths of the sea. Your love came softly upon each other's hearts, just like the sea foam lies softly before us. And just as there will never be a morning without the ocean's flow, may there never be a day without your love for each other. So this day pledge yourselves, each to the other, and promise to be as faithful and dependable as the tide. And just as the waters nourish the earth and sustain life, may your constant love nourish and sustain each other until the end of time. And in front of this lovely company, by virtue of the authority vested in me under the laws of the state of Rhode Island and Providence Plantation, but most of all, it's really by the power of your own love that we can feel here today. I now pronounce your husband and wife. I declare you've been legally married in the state of Rhode Island. And Joseph, if you do us a grand favor and kiss your very beautiful bride. To introduce for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Katelyn and Joseph Herman!
Told you, pick your finger. I knew the Johnsons were coming. Pressure in the world, Where are they? I had this in my pocket. It wasn't shove it out of the dock. Shoot it.
Exactly what you wanted, I think. Hey, enjoy your lunch. Enjoy, you're very welcome. Nice to meet everybody. Take care, family. Take care. Oh, take care. Thank you.
Yeah, it does. It looks awesome.
Like it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to be comfortable.
I love the I see your shoulder. Right on your forehead. You let your shoulders out now.
I let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Too.
All right, let's get around to shots going over here. You guys want to do that?
Do you want to do that?
What?
Oh yeah, no, we'll do that.
I put it in the bouquet. Did good. We did it. Let's show some shot. Get his reaction to this. Are you already doing it? Wow! I like the same reaction. She just showed Joe her garden. She just showed him. I don't know. Yeah, she just
Anybody in here? Talk about
Okay.
fun?
Not us.
Yeah, talk about room ones. What about your pack below? What shot you want? Celebratory, yeah.
Jameson.
Kenny, what are you taking a shot? 11.